Well, yeah. Let's bring in Keyshawn.
Let's do it. We got
that was horrendous. Y'all could have warned me that we were gonna have a different link. Like that shit was bullshit. Talking about the live stream live, not knowing that it's not even there. Could have been told that. And these headphones not working.
Nah, it's just the thing be coming out sometimes. It happens to me too.
No. It's got a short. Check. Yo.
Good?
Yep.
All right.
Fellas, what's up?
Keyshawn, Bomac.
Are we ready?
Oh, all right, I got
it. Look at Bomac taking a visit. Cut me out of it. He cut me out of it. Keyshawn.
He said he ain't cut you out.
Oh, he didn't. Keyshawn, Bomac. Gentlemen, how you doing? Bomac, make sure to bring that mic to your mouth so we can hear you.
We doing good, man. Second day out here. Finish up training camp out here. We doing good, man.
Now, coming from Colorado or Nebraska?
Nah, this time we was in Nebraska this whole time.
Okay. So what brought you to Vegas to finish out camp?
The UFC gym. Top Rank took me to the UFC gym about 3 weeks ago. And they did like physical therapy on me, strength and conditioning, nutritionists. They even got masseuses there. They got everything there an athlete, especially a combat athlete, needs. And I'm like, man, we might as well just go back there for training camp. And of course, Bomac agreed with it. And shoot, we out here finishing up.
That's amazing, but it's bittersweet, man. The UFC gym has been coming up in conversation with us kind of daily now. You're not the first fighter to visit it and use its amenities. Most recently, Wilder was using it. Obviously, Jeremiah Milton uses it. Badu Jack was using it. Charles
Joyce.
Martin, Joe Joyce. And I'm like a little frustrated that we have all these rich people in boxing. We can't create our own unique facility that will obviously cater to you. Like, it's not hard to get a cryo room within a few thousand square feet. Like, Floyd had to do traveling with him. It's not that hard. They have portable locations. To build a sauna, none of this stuff is hard, but they letting the UFC beat us out because, like you said, for an athlete, they have everything you need. It's a one-stop shop, and I understand convenience. Saving time means a lot. Like, nobody wants to travel 2 hours for sparring if you could get in-house sparring. So I get 100%. It's just, like I said, bittersweet. I would love to see boxing step it up and give the boxers what they need. In a perfect world, the promoters could come together and do that, since all fighters eventually fight each other, whether they're with PBC, Top Rank, or DAZN, they're going to fight. And having at least one facility would be great for boxers. I mean, Coach, what do you think? You have a pretty big gym over there. What do you think about boxing having a one-stop shop? Can you ever see that?
Well, as you said before, you got PBC, you got Top Rank, you got Golden Boy, you got the Zone, and those promoters don't fight each other all the time. So what makes you think that they're gonna let other fighters come in and work at their gym, or if they fighting somebody else from, say if they is fighting one of their fighters and they coming in and using their facility and getting better to beat one of their guys, and their guy, their main guy, or is not even using the facility. So I can't see that happening,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, too, it's all a money thing, too. That UFC gym, everybody that's going there is paying big money. So whoever owns the boxing UFC
could charge
gym
the fighters.
Could charge the fighters, whether if he's fighting your fighter or not. You making money on both ends.
Yeah, but I guarantee you, like, they ain't keeping the lights on from what they making for the fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Like,
But if you got fighters, you're gonna have fighters coming there consistently, so the lights will stay on off
And
that
that's
gym.
going to bring in endorsements, man. If you can tell potential sponsors, Deontay Wilder trains here, Keyshawn Davis
yeah,
is
but
training
then
here.
that's a problem, right? Because then you know, Keyshawn with Top Rank, they affiliated with one betting promoter, the PBC with whatever betting affiliate they with. So then, man, I've told you, you just. I mean, I know you call it being
Yeah,
optimistic.
shoot. You got situations where
he calls it being optimistic. I call it being delusional. Like, bro, come on. Like, we ain't gonna get that. We ain't gonna get this, you know?
and at the same time, if you got two fighters fighting, like if I'm fighting, it's a big major fight. If I see my opponent going there and I actually see him there, it's gonna be a little, you know, it's gonna be a little confrontation there. Ain't good or bad. I mean, all promotion in boxing is good promotion.
Well, you mean see him at the facility?
Yeah, I'm saying like
That's just scheduling conflicts. I'm sure if you're fighting,
That don't work. Scheduling don't work, man, because you got some guys that don't even follow the schedule and
People
be
come
like,
late.
hell with them, man. I'm going in there because I know he in there, so I'm gonna go in there just to cause conflict anyway.
I hear you, and I know that is possible. But we know the UFC runs a tight ship. You can't even get in there without someone letting you in there. So it ain't like just walking into a gym. Like it's a lot tougher than that.
yeah.
So I don't know that anybody's gonna go when they're not scheduled, especially if they're rival opponents.
Man, regardless, champ, how you liking that UFC gym? Invite me, because
Is it doing everything it's supposed to be
It's
doing?
good we touch on that topic. 'Cause that's actually a great topic to touch on.
Thank
But
you.
in terms of the UFC gym, I love it. I was just telling Bomac that, and a partner that I work with, I love that gym, man. It's not just.
Is it the recovery though?
I'm about to tell you, it's the atmosphere. Like you walk in, oh, how you doing? UFC guys walking up to me, just paying attention to what I'm doing. Like, you know, us boxers, we got egos. Like, they ain't really trying to. But everybody in there, they like paying attention. They watching, like, oh God, this dude works hard, or oh, he doing this. Oh, keep going, type of thing. Like, it's positive energy in there. They playing music that I like. Also, it's like it's just a good atmosphere in there. Like, it's nothing. It's really, to me, so far, haven't been there. There's really nothing wrong with that gym. And then you got recovery. You got the Normatech in there. Like I said, you got massage therapists in there. You got nutritionists. You got a station where they can make you smoothies at, and then put your powder stuff in there for your protein. They also got Thorn in there. You know, Thorn is like is medicine that, you know, combat athletes use. That's USADA approved. You know what I'm saying? It's also at the OTC. Also, I met like 4 different people that comes from the OTC, the Olympic Training Center. You know what I'm saying? So it damn near feels like home already.
No, I get it, man. And again, that's why I said it's bittersweet. Because I feel like we should have something like that.
But at the same time, I done met Kyle Lowry in there. The dude that played for the Heat, Bam Biombo. Like, NBA players be in there too. It's not just bittersweet for us. It's probably bittersweet for the NBA players too. Because if they had a facility they could go to, they probably wouldn't be going to the UFC gym. You know what I'm saying? I asked. I was like, dang, y'all got NBA players coming here too? The guy said, yeah, they starting to slowly roll in. So really the UFC gym, just because it's UFC, is really open to all sports in my eyes.
I think you know, it's cool though, because now you get to interact with other fighters, other athletes, you know, just regardless. You know, I've seen NBA players go to Bones out here, you know, they using a boxing gym out here. So now you get to interact and mix with other crowds. So I think in that form it's cool. And we get to see now NBA stars obviously have always been a fan of the sport, right? So I feel like you get now a chance to add Kyle Lowry as a potential Keyshawn Davis fan. You get what I'm saying? So,
Right, exactly. Networking.
absolutely. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. But definitely a climate change from Nebraska to Las Vegas. Talk to me last time I was in Nebraska. It was cold as fuck. So talk to me about the adjustment.
I was just telling Bomac that yesterday, literally. I'm like, yeah, Bomac, I'm going to have to get used to the weather out here. This joint is breaking me down.
Wait, it's cold right now over there?
Or not. It's starting to get cold. It's in the 70s, like 77, high, like 85, the highest right now. So you coming from that to 110 degrees, your body is not going to react the same way. You're not going to be moving the same way as you was moving back at home, because you literally, your body got to get adjusted for real. And I feel like, of course, what don't break you makes you stronger. So I'm out here, I'm training as hard, the same intensity I'm coming from Nebraska. I just feel like it's going to put me in just that much better shape because the weather out here is scorching.
Do you feel that? And I know you just got out here, but not your first time here.
Right.
Do you feel that the work, like the sparring that you get in Vegas, is more intense than anywhere else?
Oh, definitely. We all know when it comes to California, when it comes to Las Vegas, when it comes to New York, those like real boxing states. Texas, you know what I'm saying? Nebraska, most of the time, all the time, we fly out our sparring partner, so we won't miss a step. We still flew out a sparring partner that I caught in Oklahoma to come out here with us in Vegas. So Bomac know how to get the job done at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? Whether we in a boxing state or not, we gonna get the job done. But Vegas is definitely more homey in terms of boxing. You got the promotion out here. You got really in Vegas, everything you need out here to promote yourself, to get better, sparring, running, the climate, it makes you like tougher in a way. I feel like Vegas is definitely home for boxing.
How is it making weight in Nebraska though? You haven't done it in the cold just yet,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Oh.
I was in Nebraska all year since I fought in December on the Lomachenko card. So I've been out there where it was -7 degrees, making weight.
Is it harder to sweat in that type of weather, or you just got to layer up?
Honestly, the gym be hot as hell all the time. We turn the heat on in summer. And you know, boxers, we don't train in cold. Like, we keep the gym hot. They got the heater in there, and also we got a sauna in there. So, honestly, making weight for me and my brothers, DB3, was never a problem, especially this camp. I cut out a lot of extra junk food I used to eat and stuff like that. I really cut all of that out, started drinking gallons of water every day for real, and now I'm walking around at 140.
Who cooks for you?
Bomac is a chef, if y'all ain't know. He's a real deal chef. He's a real deal
They
chef.
know it. They know it. They seen it already. I think Nessa had called and asked me if he could come in for a meal, and I had turned him down. I think that was about a couple years ago when I seen him in New York.
So I gotta ask, was it the chess game? Like Nez beating Bud in chess, is that what got you in studio finally, Bomac? Or?
No,
I don't think you even know. You ain't even know about that, right?
What?
Did I beat him?
No, yeah, I can't. I gotta see it. I gotta see it with my own eyes. You beat Bud.
I beat Bud.
Okay, all right. I'm
Yo,
gonna take your word for it. But
man,
I'm
it's so
gonna
funny.
I'm gonna call Bud and
It's
ask
so
him.
funny the way it was, right? Because I'm like, Champ, let me play you in chess. I sent him a video of me beating Hasim Rahman Sr. back to back. So I beat his son first, and then he's like, nah, you got to fight me now. So I beat him twice. So I said, Champ, sent it to Crawford. I said, Champ, let me play you in chess, and we start over if I win. Yo, God let me win that first game, because I promise you, he spanked me 3 straight after that. Because I beat him the first one, but then he wanted a rematch. And I'm like, damn, do I give him a rematch? Because he might not give me the interview now. But I gave him a rematch. But, yo, he's good. I told him, we talked the other day, I was like, I'm practicing because I'm not going to lose again. He was like, I'm practicing too. Because, yo, he didn't know I was that good. I'm telling you. He said, hold up, I got to pull over, because he tried to play me while he driving. Come on, man.
The whole time, we was in the car too.
But I was parked.
We was parked.
I gave him respect. I parked. I said, nah, because I seen him playing Usyk too.
Yeah.
You play chess?
I play chess, but I'm not good for real, but I know how to play.
At least you know. At least you know.
Yo, I would have thought y'all would have thought my man was sparring. He was like literally nervous, like palms. I'm like, Champ. I told him, we in the studio. I told him like, yo, let's go outside, let's smoke, get you chill, because he over here. I'm like, bro. He's like, I lost already.
No, and that's what's crazy. That's how I knew it was God, because I lost.
I'm like, yo, he wanted to give up. He was like, if we was in person, I would have knocked my piece over.
Yeah, because
and quit.
that's what you do. Respectfully, if you see you losing, you're supposed to knock your queen over. You ain't supposed to draw out the game. Like, so I'm playing on Terrence's app, so I can't quit. It don't let you quit, and I'm like, bro, I can't quit. He's like, yo, just keep playing. He's like, how could you win? I said, he gonna have to make a mistake, bro. There's no way I could win unless he make a mistake. As soon as I finish that sentence, mistake made. So I was happy. It was just like boxing.
It was just like boxing.
Hell yeah, because you could be losing, and then it's just like, boom, that one punch changed everything.
Nah, word. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
word,
telling you. It changed the momentum. I'm telling you, it changed the momentum.
Absolutely. Speaking of momentum, did you watch Isaac Cruz and his performance on this pay-per-view over yesterday? Sunday?
Yes, sir.
Or Sunday, yeah.
What's your thoughts on his performance? Obviously, someone in your division. I'm not leaning towards speaking about a potential fight, as I know that it's Top Rank and PBC But it is taking me to another conversation I had with Devin that I'm sure you're aware of.
Now I'm not aware of that, but I'm aware of the fight. He looked good, honestly. He looked good, and it was another Isaac Cruz performance. I feel like he went out there and he did what he was supposed to do, especially the opponent that was in front of him. I feel like the opponent was in front of him, was a little weary of him, and like I said, Isaac Cruz went out there and did what he was supposed to do, for real.
Now, obviously, when I said I thought you were aware of what Devin Haney said, we had him in studio.
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah, we had him in studio, and he mentioned that he thinks you and Rolando Romero would be a good fight right now. Back then, that was June, right?
Yeah, that was right after Rolly had lost and Devin had won undisputed. And if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure he picked you to beat him.
Yeah.
Then so
and then he tried to. You seen what he did, right? He tried to put my back against the wall, like, what? You saying Keyshawn can't beat him?
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't saying nothing.
I see that. I think I posted it and everything too.
But what is your thoughts on Romero? Do you think that is a fight that you would like? Obviously, again, PBC, top rank, probably not something that'll happen, but do you believe that you can beat him right now the way that Devin believes?
Yeah, first of all, shouts out Devin Haney, man. A lot of them world champion fighters don't like calling out the young up-and-coming guns, and he one of the ones that did it, so I really respect that. And but not only that, I feel like I can beat almost anybody, but in terms of Rolly, can I cuss up here?
absolutely.
I will fuck Rolly up. Like, I've been saying that before my debut. Like, Rolly, what is he gonna do? Like, his skill level is just not on my skill level. His IQ is not on my IQ. Well, he gonna go in there and try to throw a whole bunch of bombs to hit me? Good luck. Like, you're not just going there and just hitting me, as y'all seen in my last fight. But as I keep stepping up in opponents, y'all gonna see, like, my defense is just as great as my offense, and my power is just as strong as my speed. But I just haven't got a chance to display my full attributes yet. But y'all gonna see. But in terms of Rolly, I will fuck Rolly up. He know that. He's smart for not calling me out, because if you call me out, the fans want to see it. But not only that, it's embarrassing getting beat up by a 5-0 fighter. That's very embarrassing.
I mean, you are an Olympian. I mean, you could be looked at like a Loma, a Rigondeaux. Those are fast-track people. Even Shakur, Olympian.
Ain't nobody fight. Like, typically, I ain't going to say nobody. Typically, guys going into their 5th fight, ain't nobody they ain't fighting somebody with 19 fights.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So you are being moved at a faster than normal rate, So,
Yeah, but
and you already co-main.
Technically, I didn't fight nobody on Rolly caliber yet.
True.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
people be forgetting that these people that I fought, okay, it's amateurs, 3-round fights, but it's a high level. Them guys are not no pushovers that I just fought. Them guys is way older than Rolly. Them guys got real families. Them guys fighting for their lives in a 3-round fight. I felt the pressure. Them guys didn't feel no pressure like that yet. Probably Rolly did when he fought Tank, but all the fights before that, them guys did not feel no pressure like that yet. When the whole America is watching you and you on TV and your ass got to perform every single night. Like, that's different pressure. And if it don't break you, make you stronger. And I came into the pros and I showed. I've been showing ever since, I feel like. And like I said, I ain't really get to see really the tip of the iceberg of me yet. Like, I'm 5-0. Like, potentially I can go up to 30-0, 35-0. Like, imagine when I get 16-0. Imagine when I get 10-0. Would Rolly even be in the conversation with me? Think about it like that.
Good point. To finish off with him, obviously Tank Davis took to Twitter and he wants both of his former victims to fight each other. Do you gentlemen think that's a good fight? And that is a makeable fight because those are both on that PBC side. So, I mean, Isaac Cruz versus Rolly Romero, who you picking?
Coach?
I'm picking Cruz.
What is it about Cruz?
He just look like he just got a little bit more kill in him than Rolly. Yeah, Rolly is more of a
showman.
Run his mouth a lot and try to do what he can while he in the ring. But Cruz, be real quiet. He go in there and get the job done.
Given
Keyshawn,
go ahead.
I definitely got Cruz. Bomac hit it on the point. Is Isaac Cruz gonna go there and he ain't gonna play with him. I think it's gonna go a 12-round fight though, for sure. I think that'd actually be a great fight though, like something interesting to watch.
I think Cruz will stop him. I think he'll stop him. I think he'll wear him down, then stop him in the later rounds.
Coach, we've said it on the show. Obviously, both gentlemen have lost to Gervonta Davis, but we both feel that both guys their stock has risen in a way. You know, now we're talking about Rolly and potential big fights, and then Pitbull's got it on back-to-back pay-per-views. Do you agree that sometimes the loser in a fight can be a winner in a way?
Oh, definitely that. It all depends on how you lose. You can lose good and you can lose bad, but both of them lost good because of who they fought. So,
well, I feel like Rolly lost bad though, bro. That knockout, he was on every meme. He was getting clowned.
So he might have lost bad and he might have run in his mouth and all that.
A winner,
but they gonna want to see him. Hey, let's see what Rolly can do. Let's see what he can do again. Because he
gonna get another opportunity.
Yeah, because he get out the ring still talking shit. Yeah. Damn, man, just got your ass whipped. So what? I don't give a fuck.
And that goes back to when I was saying it's gonna be embarrassing losing to me, because if he lose to me, his stock not getting risen. Oh nah, Rolly is trash.
I still think it depends how he loses.
I would knock Rolly out. Like I would knock him out.
But so did Tank, and his stock went up. That's what I'm saying. So it depends how he loses.
If he get 2 losses back to back, then it's gonna go down. And he's still gonna run his mouth, and then people gonna look at him like, that's just Rolly running his mouth again. You know what I'm saying? But if he win 2 or 3 more and keep running his mouth, then his stock is gonna rise a little bit more. But put him in there with Keyshawn. Keyshawn stopped him and shit right away.
So let me ask you this. Okay, cool. Let me ask you this. So you say you stop him right now, right, Key?
For sure.
Okay, that being said, do you feel pressure would be on you? Because now
yes.
Tank just did it in spectacular fashion in the last fight.
And look what happened to Keith Thurman.
Like you said.
He couldn't knock out Barrios, and Tank had that boy rolling around Atlanta.
So
every,
you know what I'm saying?
And not everybody can knock out everybody.
Look, literally, he like Keith Thurman personal fucking bodyguard, because he saw the last fight before. I'm like, yo, throw him in there with boots. Oh yeah. Nah, he saw the fight. He like, nah.
He not ready. He need another one.
That's what happened. Now he fought a former Tank opponent. Those, it was comparisons, and I'm not just saying just with Tank. That's with anybody. If you was to fight anybody that Lomachenko's fought, anybody that Tio's fought, anybody that Devin's fought.
I think specifically Tank is worse because he was a featherweight. He started his career at featherweight. So for Thurman as a welterweight that in his career moved up to 54, beat Carlos Quintana, bro, it don't look right that you ain't knocked that man out. Like, Tank had him rolling around. Now I get it, a win is a win is a win. Mm-hmm. But that's why you on the outside asking for an Earl fight, asking for a Crawford fight, because the knockout sells, you know what I mean? And you ain't one time in a long time.
And I mean, you stupid. And to answer y'all question, though, the pressure of me going there and knocking Rolly out because Tank did it, I don't pay attention to stuff like that, man. I'm going to go in there and beat Keyshawn. Like, people love me for me. People love how I fight. People love how I carry myself, and so on and so forth. I'm not going there and be like, I gotta knock Ramirez out before the 7th, 6th round because Tank did it. Like, no. Like, if I go in there and go 12 rounds, y'all gonna love that 12-round fight. Oh my gosh, that was a beautiful performance Keyshawn did. Outclassed him, hit him with clean shots. Yeah, he didn't get the knockout, but just look how good he looked. I'm that type of fighter. You're not going there, fans not gonna boo me because it's a boring fight. Like, no. First of all, I'm in there on your ass. I'm in there trying to knock you out. I'm in your face the whole time. Almost like a Lomachenko, but I don't fight like Lomachenko. But Lomachenko's in your face the whole time trying to get something off. It's interesting, even when it's a 12-round fight. So I feel like I bring the same to the table, just in my own style.
Key, let's talk about it. Back-to-back co-main events. We saw you April 30th. We'll see you again September 23rd. Once again on Shakur's, Shakur's co-main event. What can the fans expect? It's only going to be a second fight of the year. I know you had to pull out the last one because of illness. What can the fans expect September 23rd?
First things first, y'all can expect that I'm not pulling out of this fight. Trust and believe that. I'm feeling great. My stomach felt the best it ever felt in a long, long time. not really having those stomach issues. Even in the April 30th camp, I was still having stomach issues, but I was able to fight. But I'm thinking, okay, I'm getting over it. But I was wrong because I had to put out another fight. So expect me fighting definitely
But what
September
is it
23rd.
exactly?
They explain it like it's real bad acid reflexes, and I'm really taking all kinds of medicine every day for it. Like I'm taking like 5 different medications every single day for it, and it's legal. It's USADA approved medications, of course. And yes, it was just more intense than I thought it was. When I was going to the April 30th camp, I wasn't taking no medication. I was just eating more proper. But sometimes I still have some chips here and there. I have a little soda here and there because I'm thinking it's not that bad.
So it feels like an ulcer?
Exactly. It feels like an ulcer when I actually start to get the throwing up. Like when I get the throwing up, I'm throwing up for like 5 days straight. I'm up all night during the day. I can't.
Actual food or just like liquid or foam?
If I have food in my stomach, I'm throwing the food up. And after the food all going, now I'm throwing up liquid. And now I'm just gagging.
Damn.
You feel me? Like this is really serious. So we taking it that serious this time. We eating right. We taking this medication every day and so on and so forth. But in terms of the performance, I feel like people are starting to forget about me. Like April 30th, people was giving me so much respect, put me on so much high pedestals. When other guys fight, I don't think this guy can mess with Keyshawn. I think Keyshawn beat him. Now, since time been playing, I missed a fight. People haven't really seen me. You got other people brushing over me, basically. I don't think Keyshawn can get him. Keyshawn this, Keyshawn that. It's like, damn, y'all must have forgot about what I did April 30th. Fine, I don't care. I know boxing, you got to keep proving yourself time and time again. So this fight, just know I'm going to stand on business. And y'all going to remember and always remember after this fight who I am.
Champ, but you got to know that even after September 23rd, somebody somewhere.
I'm not missing no more fights after September 23rd.
I hear you, but somebody somewhere, because you talking about with the fans, people going to talk regardless.
But I'm not really tripping about the fans talking. I can feel the energy switch. Like, they believe in me. Because I'm not dumb. I'm aware of everything. I'm just this type of person. I can feel the energy switch to them saying, oh, Keyshawn the next greatest to, I don't know about Keyshawn. You could just feel it. You could feel it. Mm-hmm. It's straight like that. You can feel it. So now
if that's what motivates you and drives you, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? If that's what's going to push you to be the best version of you, that's all that matters. How has it been, though? Because that's still a long camp, no? Like, you didn't get that fight. You know, Ken Porter likes to say, I don't know if you guys remember, at one point, Sean Porter and Leonardo Tyner had an exhibition. Before exhibitions were hot, they had an exhibition in the Porter gym because the fight got canceled and he felt like his son, quote unquote, has to bust that nut. Going through camp, he's like, I can't not let him get off because, I don't know. Coach, you could probably explain it better.
I've been through that a couple of times before with other fighters. So you just take your break, man. You just take your break, and when they do come back to camp, you give them 2-3 weeks. And when they do come back to camp, you'll kind of pick up where you left off at. Not with the same rounds and nothing like that. You'll scale it down, but then you'll work your way back up. You don't want to go right back into hard. Just we was at 10 rounds this week. We're gonna start back at 10 rounds. No, you don't want to do that because you're looking for injuries or anything of that nature. So you just pull it back, and then just slowly but surely get back up to where you need to be right before a 10-round fight or a 12-round fight.
But the great thing about being with these guys is it's 3 coaches. It's Bobak, it's Saul, and it's Coach Red. And I also got a coach that I love to be around me. His name is Chance. And every time I'm in a training camp, I learn something new. Like, for real. I'm learning, either I'm punching different, I'm thinking different, my feet is moving different, or my position to my defense is different. I'm learning something new. So even though that was a long 7-8 week camp that I did and didn't get to fight, I still developed as a fighter because I'm learning. I'm still learning. I'm still grasping. So like he said, we just getting right back to the technical of things, getting right back to that, adding on to it. But in terms of the intensity, we just going to gradually pick it up.
Is this fight coming up another 8-round fight?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But honestly, I can really go 10, but it's all about being smart too.
Bomac, are you ready for Keyshawn to go 10?
Yeah, he ready. He ready. I think we are. What we at 24 minutes now.
Mm-hmm.
At 24 minutes next week.
Well, honestly, we passed 24 minutes.
Well, I'm talking in terms of sparring.
Oh, 24 minutes straight or 24 minutes divided into 3-minute rounds?
That's
4
it.
minutes.
We go 4-minute rounds.
4 minute rounds.
Okay.
So he's there. He's there mentally. He's there.
How many is it? A minute break or 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
Stool, no stool.
Nah, no stool. You don't stool on spar.
No stool.
Not many people. I'm trying to think who else I'm seeing doing 4 is Boots. Core, definitely Shakur. They definitely doing 4-minute rounds.
Yeah, that's not common.
It's not easy neither. Shit, it's not easy. It's definitely different, for sure.
Now, Coach, what is the mindset there? Because I would look at it like my fighter's not going to fight harder because it's 4 minutes. He's going to pace himself now because he know he got 4. So now he want to think more. Now he want to box more.
It's like this because once they get to that 4 minutes in my mind, where I got 4 minutes in my mind, and then we do a thing, tester, incline, or whatever we call it. It's halfway, So that means halfway. That means you got to pick it up. Mm-hmm. And so when they finally hit that 3-minute mark in sparring, a week, 2 weeks before the fight, it automatically make them think, oh man, shit, I only got 90 seconds left. I kind of cruised that first 90 seconds. Let me pick it up. Judges always remember what they seen last. Mm-hmm. Always remember that. I've been a professional judge, so I always tell them, all right, come on, man, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up. And mentally, they'll pick it up because they'll think to themselves, oh, I only got 3 minutes. And the 3 minutes go by so fast. Yeah. You look up, it's like, fuck, the round is over with. Shit. Oh, shit. Some fighters take time to develop that, and some fighters get it right away. Mm-hmm. So it's good.
I feel like in terms of the fighter, when I first started doing 4 minutes, Bomac can tell you, I always push myself in anything I do. So I don't go in there thinking, I got 4 minutes, I'm gonna take my time. No, I've been around them before I got to their camp. So I done seen Terrence Crawford spar hard for 4 minutes, and the rest of the guys, like you said, Shakur Stevens spar hard for 4 minutes. So I'm not getting there trying to take my time. I'm taking this serious, like as if it is 3 minutes. So when it comes to 3 minutes, picking it up is like, wow, you got another gear to you? That's crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I go into sparring 4 minutes. I'm just training to get to somewhere easier so it can be easy.
So given that your last fight was the first scheduled 8-rounder, even though it didn't go 8, realistically, how many more 8-rounders do you guys think you get in before you do move up to that 10? Because the reason I'm asking about the 10, not that I'm rushing you, but those regional belts are being fought at, the 10 rounders. So just curious about that.
Both?
One, maybe.
So you think this
maybe.
This one and one more?
Yeah, maybe one more.
Okay.
Maybe, And to correct you, it was some regional belts been fought at 8 rounds.
Yeah,
because I was just about to fight for one.
Yeah.
My last fight.
I was gonna say the youth belt. I forgot. I believe is the youth and the
NABO.
The NABO Continental Americas. Maybe I'm not sure, but
Bo,
I think it's anything to get a sanction fee.
Yeah.
Nah, but
I some 2-rounders out there.
You ain't never seen no 2 rounds. The shit could have ended in 2 rounds. The shit could have ended in 2 rounds. But Bomac, I gotta ask you, you getting the fees, but that does get them moved up the rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't agree?
Yeah, it does. You pay for everything.
Yeah, you gotta pay to play. Yeah.
At the end of the day, you pay for everything.
You gotta pay to play. Absolutely.
So, what is it about Keyshawn? Is it the amateur background, him being an Olympian? Why do you think he doesn't need the traditional upbringing of a Canelo who had 30-something fights before he fought for like a interim title?
Keyshawn is different, man. He's different. He's, how you see some fighters and you be like, oh, they special. He's special, man. He's special. He's different.
So did you notice this when he came to visit as an amateur? Did you notice once you guys became fighter, trainer, and that relationship developed?
Like you said, as soon as he came over and you know, and we started working together. I was like, oh shit, this little dude is fucking mean. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. Shit, that's my type of fighter. Fuck you, your mama, your daddy. Fuck all you motherfuckers. And shit. I like that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to have that mentality when you go in there. Ain't no, oh, man, you my own. You know. Nah, fuck all that, man. Let's go, man. Get their ass in there. Get their ass up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. And let's move on to the next one. For real. And I like that, how he got that in him. He real chill, cool outside the ring, but when he turned it on, and I'm like, you hear that shit in the corner from me. I'm sure y'all done heard it. Man, let's go. Let's get it. You got to get it, and he got it.
Now, I'm curious because obviously, you know, you've been working with Terrence for so long. Working with Keyshawn being young, what do you see in Keyshawn that you did not see in Terrence when you started with Terrence? What, you know, something that Keyshawn brings to the table that at the time Terrence did not?
So it should be like the other way around, because Terrence is the first champion I developed, right? And so developing that from day one, from the amateurs all to where he at now, we both had to learn that. You know what I'm saying? And before, I didn't know it, you know what I'm saying? And it's called on-the-job training. So when you get to Keyshawn, since I'm already knowing what it takes in that it factor, I seen it in him like right away. You know what I'm saying? Since the first time you start to work together, you know, even before he was over at OTC and we was at the gym, they'll come over. And I seen him spar. Shakur. I'm like, this little motherfucker cold and shit. Damn, you know what I'm saying? And then I seen him spar maybe one or two of my guys and shit. Man, you get your ass up out there and fucking with that nigga, man. you know what I'm saying? So it's not that I didn't see it in Terrence. It's that I had to learn it first.
Yeah.
You had to learn how to see it.
In order to recognize it.
And the only reason I asked is because obviously, like you said, you and Terrence learned on the job. You guys came up together. You know, Keyshawn had the amateur background. He had, you know, the silver medal and what have you. I was just curious if you saw anything, you know, there that you didn't see before. That's all.
Well, I got one for you, Bo. What you see, because we all know Kelvin, my brother, they starting to label him as a prospect now. He's starting to earn his stripes. So what do you see in terms of being him?
What do you mean?
The differences between the two brothers, I believe is what he's asking.
The difference between two of y'all?
Yeah.
Kelvin, y'all know he just got that got good win. Just everybody's seen it and shit. Before that was a good knockout. Kelvin is a sponge. Kelvin is
Soaking
a sponge.
it in.
He's soaking it all in. And at the same time, he still got his two younger brothers. You got one still a top amateur, and then he got one a top professional, right? So he's seeing all that. You know, people look at Kelvin like, you got a little ways to go. And so he's soaking that in, and he also soaking the training in. And the thing about it is, us as trainers, we don't train them no different from I train Keyshawn or his little brother to him. You know, you would train different as what you would tell them what to do different because they got different styles, but the same mentality, you know. And that's what I like about Kelvin. Kelvin is more of a silent killer. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go get you. He ain't gotta tell you he gonna go get you. He just gonna come get you. And then afterwards he's gonna tell you, see, I told you quit fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? But Keyshawn at the same time, give you that look. Yeah, I'm about to. You ever see him? You ever really watch him? You ever really watch him? You ever see a fighter? Just they hit that switch. It's like, oh shit, you about to fuck this dude up. You ever watch Keyshawn? You ever really watch him?
I ain't never seen that. But I did see that switch when y'all told Crawford he was down in the Porter fight.
Okay, so
who told him that? Because I felt like it came from the announce table.
It came from Tim Bradley, I think. He said that Andre Ward had him down. So, But Keyshawn, you can see that little grin. He get that little grin on me. I'm like, oh, man, this motherfucker having fun.
something.
Yeah, he having fun.
See, I feel like I pick up on it because I've picked up on it with Shakur, right? But I feel like, I mean, shit, I've seen Shakur spar over 100 rounds. So it's like I've seen it so much that I know I'm like, oh, okay, he just flipped the switch. But I'm coming to watch you spar today. I'm trying to see, some shit.
Why has Devin Haney never been to your gym or sparred with Crawford?
Well, I talked to Bill a couple times, and I think he sparred Bud. I think the last time Bud was out here, but it just never came together. Just schedules and all that, just never came together.
Key, you ever sparred Devin?
No, but I would like to. They called for me twice, and I'm still trying to get it set up.
I mean, you guys obviously here now. Do you think that your style is different from Camboso's? Like, would you want it for this camp, given that you are here in Vegas and he's in Vegas?
And y'all in 2 different points in y'all camp, too. He's early in. His fight ain't until October 15th. You more about the peak.
Yeah, I mean, it's really up to him if he want to spar me or not. Like, I'm here, I'm available. Like, I can't really say too much on what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? All I can say is I'm here. We can reach out to him, see what's going on. I would love to spar. You feel what I'm saying?
Have you ever bled from your nose during sparring?
Yeah, I got hit with. It was like not a bum, but like somebody just caught me real quick, boom, and I had a little blood. Yeah, and it was bad after that.
Bo, you mean bad
too.
for the opponent?
Oh, for sure.
Coach Bo Mac.
For sure.
Bo Mac, has Crawford ever bled from the nose in sparring?
Oh shit, I think so, man.
It was literally like, for me, it was really one time though, like real shit, one time.
Well, you might answer yes to this then, being as though you only bled once. Can you believe Devin has never bled?
That's what he said.
No, his father got a $1,000 bet. Anybody could bring proof that he's ever bled in sparring.
I mean that shit. I mean, probably right, probably wrong, but I mean that shit don't
that's
matter
crazy
for real
though, right?
Like,
Like, because I mean, jabs make your nose bleed.
I mean,
not really.
I think it just depends on the person, man. Look at it, because shit, you had a hell of a long amateur. You know what I'm saying? Extensive amateur. In the pros, you didn't spar top guys. You just say you've only bled one time, so,
right? So I can believe it.
Yeah, I can believe it. I mean, when you're talking about top guys that are defensive minded, that are responsible in the ring, I could definitely believe it. I mean, you got Keyshawn here one time. I could see.
Well, that's what I said. That's why he might have answered yes because of that, being as though he only bled once. I just thought, man, that's pretty tough. You know what I mean? Because I mean, and Devin has a long list of people he's been in the ring with.
Right. Bo Mac, so November 19th? No, the reason I'm asking, because 9 times out of 10, I'm finna fly a shorty in, so I gotta see which city finna be cheaper for that weekend to see who so November 19th, Las Vegas? No, Keyshawn, September 23rd.
Right.
Newark Prudential Center,
I mean,
ESPN.
That's who's sitting right there.
Yeah. That's why I'm talking to the
I'm just saying who's sitting right there.
That Keyshawn sitting right there.
This is Keyshawn Davis show.
Yeah. I'm just,
Okay,
coach.
all right.
Shouts out
go.
Bud,
There we
man.
go.
Shouts out Terrence.
There we go.
We gonna get that win regardless.
Right.
Trust to believe that.
Right.
So that fight ain't dead.
Matter of fact, Bud will be here tomorrow. So you ask me yourself.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, let's do that. So I gotta ask though.
He traveling a lot. He was just in Houston.
Hold on. I gotta ask because I saw it. If I've never seen it before, and I had seen it before, but Bud is a man of his word. I saw it. He told Nessie like, "Yo, you beat me. You get in your interview. We gonna set that up. Whatever." But yo, coach, I gotta ask. You offered me that fight, and I ain't never get no written contract. You said Derek Carmen. You called me. You and Bud called me when I was fat as hell. See, I ain't fat as hell no more. I'm only fat. You called me. I said I only wanted 100,000 for that fight.
Hey,
I ain't never get no contract.
Hey, listen. You can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. He'd be out there.
KSI just did it. Let me be the first bout of the night. I get ready for November 19th. I get ready for November 19th, goddammit. But no, I ain't gonna lie. It was 100,000 last time. It's a $250,000 now. My price went up. You see where we at? My price went up. Yesterday's price is not today's price. I need that, man. Come on.
That's funny.
Well, handle your business, man. Do your thing.
Coach, I do want to ask though, because I lost some money I bet on somebody that you stopped working with, and I want to know, was that his decision, or did you not see more in Heron? Because I thought he would beat Jaime Ortiz, Jermaine Ortiz. Obviously, that's because I thought Jermaine was typical Dominican. You know, Dominicans don't have the best rep in boxing right now. They're starting to change it, obviously, with these last 3 champions, you know.
Well, last 2, and then the big win.
I mean,
I gotta ask you. I know you've seen it.
Switch subjects?
No, it ain't switching subjects. It ain't switching subjects. You talked about the Dominican that just beat who? Rayo Valenzuela.
Yes.
Who after your
That's
last
number
fight?
3, though.
Who after your last fight tweeted this? Just curious, what you think of his fight this past Saturday?
Honestly, I mean, I'm not even going to touch on the last fight. This one I'm going to touch on.
Wait, Rayo tweeted that?
Yeah, after his last.
This one I'm going to touch on.
Had you seen that?
Yeah, I seen it.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen it. But I've been telling, and this for the fans that's watching. This not for y'all. This for the fans. I've been telling y'all, stop comparing me to these 135 prospects. They're nowhere near on my level. I done been. What they trying to get to is trying to get to where I'm at now. Y'all didn't know these guys when they was 5-0, 3-0, their debut. Y'all know them when they're 16-0, 17-0, 20-0. These guys are trying to get to my level, and they still trying to get to my level, obviously. So stop comparing me to these other prospects. Keyshawn in his own little circle. This is in terms of prospects, not the whole boxing, but in terms of prospects that's coming up, this is my generation. Everybody wants, this is my generation. Stop comparing me to these prospects.
So, Jared Anderson, he's not in that conversation with you?
I'm not saying he's not, but I'm saying this is my generation. Just like he said, Bud, to be here. Ask Jared about me. Jared about me now.
We did.
Stop playing.
He told us.
Stop playing.
He actually said you and Shakur. I think he called y'all, like, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but you know, when you look up to someone, kind of like big bruh, right? Well, you was there. I don't want to put words in his mouth.
I don't remember what he said, but
I understand. Jared, I always, honestly, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I've been telling people that I look at Jared Anderson like, I tell people, man, Jared Anderson is like the heavyweight Keyshawn. I say that all the time. Jared Anderson is like the heavyweight Keyshawn. Jared Anderson is gonna be super great. I just messaged him on Facebook today. I can show you right here. I say you're gonna be greater than anybody ever expected. I just had to tell you that. This is today. Love you, bro. I appreciate that, and it's crazy because he said because I don't even want to be rich. He said I just want to be rich and unknown. I say it's crazy because I be telling people the same thing. Like, this is right now. I don't do no lying. Jared Anderson is going to be super great, and I'm not taking that from him. But when it comes to prospects in this generation, Keyshawn is on the top of that list, and this is my generation, straight like that.
Yeah, he definitely different, man. I appreciate him letting me watch him train. I never seen a heavyweight outside of Fury train with ankle weights. So that was impressive, you know.
Floyd did it.
Yeah, but he's a welterweight.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
you're
what I'm
right.
saying. Like a heavyweight that is actively trying to be faster.
And I ain't gonna lie. Like when we was at the OTC, when he was, you know, as amateurs, a heavyweight and super heavyweight. He was a heavyweight, but we always wanted him to go up to super heavyweight because we already knew. Look at Jared now. Like if he was a real super heavyweight in amateurs, he would be dominant. But even when he was amateurs, he beating everybody in the runs. Like people my side, I'm keeping up with Jared, and then I kick off until my second gear to beat him. But Jared is like. He's not a regular, like he's not an average heavyweight. Like before he got signed, I'm talking to top guys. I'm telling the whole top ranked staff, y'all know this y'all next great heavyweight. Huh? Who? Talking about Jared Anderson. You really think that, Keyshawn? I said, what y'all don't? They say, he gonna have to show us. I said, I'm glad you said that because I bet he do. I bet he show y'all. This was before he got signed. Now look at Jared. Look at him.
Yeah, no, I mean, and he's still young in his career too. I remember
he's younger than me.
Yeah, I remember literally his first 2 fights. I think pro debut was made when Shakur won the title in Reno, and then the second fight was here. And I'm like, damn, pandemic. He still got back. He already got 12 fights in 2 years.
No, he's definitely.
Speaking of getting fights in though, can we expect, all goes well, September 23rd, can we expect one more before the end of the year? Do you think for, beginning of 2023?
Definitely one more before the end of the year. Definitely.
Really?
For
New York?
for sure.
December 10th?
T.O. card?
Leo, I was going to say Leo, yeah, well, he said Heisman night.
Y'all gonna see me before the end of the year.
Okay.
On the best cards like y'all been seeing me on.
True. I got
Hold
a few
on.
questions.
I'm thinking because November 19th would be an 8-week turnaround.
Y'all also gonna see my brother at the end of the year, before the end of the year too,
Okay.
Kelvin Davis.
Okay. Is 8 weeks too quick of a turnaround for you?
Hell nah.
No, he young, man.
Okay.
Shit.
No, I'm
22.
I'm just asking
23?
because
I wish.
No, it's not about the age. I'm just saying now you're fighting 8 rounders. Maybe
Yeah.
you wanted to take a little time off,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm just saying because I did the math.
Holidays too, Thanksgiving and
Yeah,
Christmas.
but no, November 19th is the Saturday before Thanksgiving. That's what I'm saying. That's 8 weeks. You could take a week off, and if there happens to be a card that weekend, I'm just saying. That,
It's too late. I see in your face. I'm good with body language. I got Ruin the 504 New Orleans. He says, "Do you think you'll be in title contention anytime soon?"
Oh yeah, definitely. I was supposed to fight for a continental. I think it was continental NABO.
Yeah, yo.
I was supposed to fight for that belt back in July. So this fight technically was going. If I got a belt, I should be at least like top 15, right? Something like that.
Nah, for those, I think they do get you in the top like 20 at least.
Right. So
something
this
like that.
fight was going to put me at least the top 10. You know what I'm saying? So definitely expecting for me to be in a title contention or whatever like that. For sure.
David Maldonado, who, in my opinion, happens to be the #1 Teofimo Lopez fan, says, "What's up? I think Pitbull Cruz stops everyone on Devin Haney and Tank Davis' resume except for George Kambosos and Jose Pedraza. So on that note, who would you pick and how in those fights between Pitbull Cruz versus Kambosos and Pedraza?"
Pedraza at 40.
That's a hell of a fight right there. Isaac Cruz and Kambosos. Bo?
I think that'd
I'm
be
trying to think of who
action-packed.
Kambosos is. Oh, okay, yeah. I know. Oh man, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's
man.
a tough one.
That's a tough one. Now it all depends on who comes out. What's the Australian? Yeah, it all depends on who come out because he didn't fought. What he won the title from Teofimo and then he lost it to Devin. Then you seen two different types of fighters, right?
Yeah.
So it all depends on who come out.
But we ain't see him. Well, I didn't see him against a real strong pressure fighter like Isaac Cruz. So that's a whole different style of fighter too. So shit. Either way, even though he fought those two different guys, he's still not bringing what Isaac Cruz is bringing.
Yeah, but at the same time, will he try to fight him back or will he try to box him?
Right.
Like he fought what's the name? He fought Teofimo back.
Yeah.
Like, when you hit me in my mouth, nigga, I'm hit you in your mouth 2 or 3 times. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
how T.O. was fighting. That was his style. So that's why I'm thinking if Pitbull come out like that, we might have us an action-packed fight, a little back and forth.
Remember that Kambosos, people get caught up in thinking Kambosos is this come-forward fighter where he's more of a counterpuncher.
Yeah.
So
It's hard
Cruz
counterpunching
fight-
Cruz, though. Tank was trying to do that for 12 rounds. And that's Tank.
But one hand.
Yeah.
He hurt that hand in round 3.
Yeah.
It was early.
Tank, Cruz won yesterday or whatever it was, and everybody's talking about Tank. It's just like, we forgot that quickly that he beat that boy with one hand? Do we really want to see a rematch with 2? Like, I mean.
Nah, I don't want to see no rematch of that fight. Tank is great. Tank need another great fighter in front of him to have a rematch with.
Have you seen the back and forth on Twitter between him and Ryan that's led people to believe
that is going to
And the
happen.
only
That's in
reason
the
Ryan is able to call out Tank is because of the people. He got a big fan base. Like, come on now. Like, Ryan is a C+ fighter. I will fuck Ryan up. That's another fighter I will fuck up. Tell Ryan to call me out. He wouldn't call me out. I'd be so stupid to him.
he had 40.
I will still fuck him up. Like, Ryan is not like Ryan. To me, it's not no threat. He's basic. He's coming with a jab and a hook.
Have you ever
His
fought
chin
him
on
in the
the air.
amateurs?
He don't know his range for real. He don't know distance. What his IQ looking like? He doing the same thing from round 1 to round 12. Literally, y'all watch him fight.
No, you're right.
I
Because
mean-
he don't
What
cut
kind
the
of IQ is
ring
that?
off. He
What-
don't cut the ring
Yeah.
off. I hate that he don't cut. He getting a win. He getting a knock, but he ain't cutting that ring off. In
Against
the
the style
last 2
opponents.
fights, in that what was the dude from Ghana?
Oh my.
I forgot his name. I know y'all talking about. I watched it.
Bruh,
It was so boring.
He just kept going out.
To go. Emmanuel to go.
And then the last fight,
Tank would knock
same
him out.
thing. Same
Both-
thing.
both
He don't
of-
cut the ring off.
Man, Ryan know how to promote. Ryan is a great promoter.
Have y'all ever met in the amateurs? Because
You right.
y'all the same age.
Yeah, me and Ryan.
Or
Me and
he a
Ryan.
year older
me and
than
Ryan.
you, maybe.
Me and Ryan always. Ryan always showed me love. I ain't gonna lie. Even my pro debut when I seen him, he was still Ryan Garcia. Yo, what's up? I said what's up to him. He said what's up back. He always showed me love. So Ryan, I'm not up here trying to talk shit about you, but
He's
you
just
are
saying-
a great promoter though. Like I feel like your skill level is C plus. I'm not your friend, so you know what I'm saying. But you're a C plus fighter, Ryan. I feel like I'll knock your ass out straight like that.
Yo,
You heard him.
Yeah,
You heard him.
we saw him the other day. He was walking past. When was that? Friday.
Yeah, he was
We
was
called
just
him
here.
over. He like, I got a tea time. I'm finna go play golf. I'm
Yeah, he
like,
was
"Oh."
playing golf.
Yeah, you golf, Keyshawn?
I box.
Yo, I'm just at Bud goes fishing.
I box. I
You know
don't
what
do
I'm
no other
saying?
sport. I was just telling my coach Chance, man, he need to learn how to teach me play. He need to teach me how to play tennis. I want to learn how to play tennis. I feel like that would be fun. It's active. You can work on your agility and stuff like
I
that.
mean, I feel like
Yeah.
you need something,
Definitely
right?
good for stamina. It was like suicides. We was talking about that the other day.
I like going on runs. I used to run track and shit.
No, I was just asking because I feel like everybody needs something. You know, Bud. We see Bud go fishing, like in the water and on ice.
I play basketball.
Okay, you nice?
Yeah, yeah. But
Like,
Matt see me.
like you. So you hoop with Core because I've seen Core hoop. He a little.
Core nice. But
Okay.
Core know I can play
No, I
too.
mean,
Core
I-
picked me up on his key. Yeah, come on.
I mean,
Okay.
Crawford just scored a whole bunch of points at the Tycoon thing. Is you that nice?
Yeah. Hey,
My man was looking like he was on Sports Center the way they had highlight. I'm like, what the hell? I thought it was like a rewind, but it was two different 3-pointers too.
yeah, no.
He said he had 30.
He
I
dropped
asked him,
30.
did you get the MVP? He's like, no, they give it to us.
No, matter of fact, I know you don't want to talk about it. You gotta tell us what happened with
Trey Songz, man.
I don't know, man. I
You
don't-
ain't asked?
No, I don't know. Man,
I would've asked. That'd been the first thing I
listen,
did.
listen, it's if Bud is not in the gym, because I'm in the gym every day, Monday through Saturday. If he's not in the gym, I don't see him because he's always traveling, man.
But somebody had to have hit you up like, yo, you seen Bud was about to fight Trey Songz?
No, I stay off of social media and all that, man.
That's a
no,
fact.
I don't do none of that. My mind
You
is
ain't
in
see
the
that
gym.
either?
Honestly, I'm not really into that social media shit either, so I didn't
I
see it.
heard about it, and then somebody said that it wasn't Bud, it was somebody else. But I just seen it on Twitter, so I kept strolling. Now, if it went down, he would have called me. He was like,
And
"Bo, hey,
you know
man,
what's
you
funny
what I'm
though? Now that we talking about this, they was talking about that shit in the gym one day. And I'm thinking it was like in the past. So I just walk in the gym, everybody standing right there. I'm like, what the fuck going on? Terrence right there talking about it. I just walk in the gym like on some regular shit. I put my bag there. I'm tired as hell, so I'm not really trying to feed into all that loud energy right now.
Right.
But I'm listening to it. I'm like, what the fuck y'all talking about? Trey Songz this, Trey Songz that in the club. I'm like, oh, I don't know. But it's funny because they was really talking about that joint in the gym, like on some regular shit. You know, like.
Man, we just saw 50 said my man's was wilding.
He said he banned. He said Trey Songz banned for trying to fight Crawford over whatever. But I got Brandon in Houston that says this weekend we saw another popular 135-pound prospect, Rayo Venezuela, get beat pretty soundly. As a top prospect yourself, when you see something like that play out, what do you take from it?
Good question. I love that question. It did nothing but motivate me. And I seen it right as soon as I got off the plane because I was in the air, so I didn't really get to watch the fights. I had to go back and watch the fights. So as soon as I seen it, people texting me, Twitter going crazy. What the hell going on? Then I see Ryo got knocked out. I'm like, oh, the guy y'all was saying would knock me out and do all this stuff to me, he just got knocked out? Okay, well, at least let me see who he got knocked out by. The dude was good.
No, that dude.
The dude is he
that
got
right hook.
IQ.
You seen that right hook?
Like he knew. And the crazy part about it is, I just watched it today. I ain't know Ryo dropped him before he got up and they ain't say all of that. They ain't why they ain't say all of that. That Ryo dropped him.
I almost thought I needed a replay. I almost thought that was a dirty knockdown because I feel like dude put his hand down and then got hit again. De Los Santos.
Well, What you mean? Put his on the canvas? He put
Yeah,
his
like,
hands
like
down.
Rayo hit him with something. So it was technically a knockdown that the
yeah.
ref didn't jump in. So
But
The
it was,
dude won't even
it was
hurt
like,
though. So you
got
probably
hit.
right, but it don't even matter because dude got up and got on his ass. Yeah. And then knocked him like.
you know, he was the
But-
last minute replacement, right? He
1
wasn't.
week, bro. That's why you don't take them last. And I get it for Rayo as a prospect. He's like, bro, I just did 8 weeks. I need my check, so I'm gonna fight whoever. But you don't know who the fuck this dude. I've been doing this 11 years. I never heard of that dude.
But
And
they
you
say
Dominican.
I seen
And I'm
on,
Dominican.
I seen on Twitter though he fought Dominique Foster,
Yeah.
Oceanique Foster, and
No,
Oceanique.
no, not Oceanique. William Foster the second.
William Foster.
Oh, I thought they was talking about Oceanique.
And is an off TV card.
And he lost that by,
Right.
by
And he
majority.
lost to
Granted,
Foster.
it was majority decision, so I'm like, okay, I'm thinking in my head,
House promoter probably got him.
maybe he got robbed, but,
But he
he
signed
ain't
to
getting.
Samson
But
too.
at
How
the-
you gonna give
But
Rob
let's
signed
be
to
real
Samson?
though. Let's put everything on it. Let's look at the bigger picture. If Rayo was who they say he was,
Nah,
he would never got beat like that.
He good.
No, the dude, no.
He
The dude is good. Rayo was 16-0.
No, but he
So
good.
Rayo technically should.
I watched him spar the dude Shakur beat for his title.
Joette
He
Gonzalez.
good, man. And I watched him spar his brother, and he trained. We was there at his camp, man. You
Yeah,
don't think
physically
he
he
good?
was bigger than Rayo. Physically, he was
I
definitely
think he
bigger.
good. Man. That motherfucker left
You got
hook
to see
nice
him
too. He
spar,
could place
though,
it.
yeah.
He could place it. I'm telling you. The thing is,
It's
I
a
guess
right hook.
I feel
He's
like
southpaw. It's a right
oh,
hook.
it's with the left.
Boom. He balled up and boom.
No, you talking about Edwin de los Santos is a southpaw. I'm talking about Rayo's is left is
The
orthodox.
left hook to the body.
Yeah.
He talking about.
Yeah.
That's what he's
I
talking
mean,
about. See, for me,
I ain't expect that.
see,
I didn't
for
expect
me, it
that.
was different because you got to see him spar, right?
And train,
Yeah.
run, all that.
Yeah, see, for me,
He's also run.
Yeah, because listen, I'm telling you, Key, I ain't gonna say no name. I've been doing this so
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
I've seen dudes, right? I'm recording you. You know I'm there. You invited me to your camp.
Yeah.
Now this is the heavy bag, and you like,
Right.
meanwhile, I'm here. This is the camera. So you hiding behind the fucking bag on purpose. So now I turn this way, you turn this way. I seen dudes work.
Look.
I seen dudes stop, jumping rope. It's only 9 minutes.
Yo,
Motherfucker fight
look,
12
Key,
rounds.
Key,
What you
let-
doing?
let me tell you, look.
I seen dudes not run. Like I
Yo,
don't run. So
look.
when I do see a Jared Anderson put on some fucking ankle
Yeah.
weights, I'm like, oh,
Yo.
this boy for real. This one for real.
I
And
respect
guess
that.
what? Guess what? Jared Anderson, we seen him and we seen Hergovich same week.
Yeah.
Hergovich was fighting Big Zhang.
Yeah.
I seen him spar. I put the house on Zhang. I knew he was going over 5.5. We all made money. You ain't gonna tell me that big boy ain't going over 5.5. I seen Hergovich. I ain't gonna say what I seen. I seen what I seen.
The thing is, Key, that we just been in so many gyms and
That we could tell, like I could tell if you Shakur or you not. If either you want, like Devin
Yo.
Haney. Tell him what Devin did. I still ain't seen that. Devin Haney could jump rope
like he'll
150 yards, let's say, that way, then backwards and talk to you. 30 fucking minutes? I'm like, yo, I got off the ring like, yo, you notice he's still jumping rope. I've been counting him. It's 18 minutes past. Now all of a sudden it's a thing. It's like, yo, it's 20-something minutes. Champ like, forward, backwards, talking to people. People spawn, I'm like, how the fuck is he doing that?
Nah, but the
I ain't
thing
seen
is,
nobody else
see,
do
nah,
that.
That's great.
And you know,
That's
you
great.
come around top guys, and obviously you yourself and Bud, and bro, like there's levels.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I feel like you really realized it when you moved here and start going to gyms and camps here. Like there's levels, and you can tell, like, yo, some of these guys not like that.
Yeah.
And that's cool because they're able to make millions and feed their families and become champions, and that's great.
Still successful, yeah.
But some guys ain't like that.
It's still levels even when you're on that high level.
Absolutely. And those guys that's putting in that work, they have separated themselves. So it's like what I see in the gyms translates in the ring.
Back to Rayo.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm saying. The runs and that conditioning, that's why he got up. He got dropped like 2 times, right? Or 3 times?
3 times.
You don't get up unless you training.
I ain't gonna.
Right.
Yeah. That's a fact.
I know you ain't watch.
Jerry Forrest got up 3 times.
You said you went back to watch it, right? The fight.
Yeah, I had to go back and watch it because I was on the plane.
So you watched. I know it wasn't that long, not on no funny shit. So you watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
I felt the way he was dropped and the way he got up. I'm like, yo,
Too quick.
Yo, this I felt like he he had his legs under him. Like, I really felt like he had that recovery.
Oh, yeah. I was saying that on our live. Wolverine, like, recovery. He would get hit. He went down looking bad, get right back up looking okay.
You know, but obviously I do believe it was stopped at the right time because, you know, it just come to a point too much of a beat.
Punishment.
And don't make sense.
And that dude could punch, man. That right hook is he whipping it too. You could say he mean. I'm shocked, though. It's always Samson find these little Latins out of nowhere with crazy skills, man. That's crazy.
But still credit to Rayo, though. I still feel like he could come back and be something in the sport. He just chose the wrong opponent on the wrong night type of a deal. So
his trainer says he didn't listen to the game plan. They wanted him to use that jab, not fight fire with fire right there. Break him down a little bit, then put your power on him.
But I ain't honestly, that's a great game plan. He did come out fighting fire with fire. I see him throwing big hooks in the first round. I'm like, damn, you trying to knock him out already? But that comes with also experience. Like, I can feel a guy in there with me that's different. I can just feel it like, okay, yeah, I'm going to take my time with you. You feel what I'm saying? Even when I was sparring them high-level champions, I sparred the TF females, the tanks, and all of them. You can feel the difference. You can feel like, this nigga, he ain't who he say he is. Or like, oh, nah, he different. Like, real talk. And in the fight, that comes with, it really comes with experience, seeing different. I done been to Tokyo. I done been to all over the world sparring. I done lost an international tournament. And then within that tournament, I was sparring everybody, punishing guys from 165 all the way down to 120 something. I'm getting the speed, I'm getting the power, I'm getting the different IQs. I'm seeing all that. So if I was in the ring with a last minute opponent and the dude was as good or technical as dude, I would have felt that. Well, nah, I'm gonna use my jab. I'm gonna make him walk into something. Cause dude opened up wild, crazy. You make him miss one time, he's opening up, catch him right there. But Rayo trying to fight fire with fire and got caught in between. So like I said, going back to what I was saying, stop comparing me with these prospects because I done been there. I done been there when I had to tighten up real quick in the fight. I done been there. I had to tighten up real quick. Like, oh, nah, this nigga is nice. Andy Cruz. The first time I fight Andy Cruz, I'm like, oh, I fought Lazario Alvarez. I was 19 years old fighting Lazario Alvarez in Germany in the Chemistry Cup in the finals, and I lost a 3-2 decision to him. And I really thought I still won that fight to this day, but whatever. So I'm fighting Andy Cruz. I'm fighting him. I'm thinking I'm not just going there, just beat him because Andy Cruz wasn't Andy Cruz at the time. He was starting to develop his name. So I'm fighting. I'm like, first round was going. I was like, all right, it was a close round. He gonna slow down. I'm gonna pick it up the second round. Picked up the second round. This dude's picking it up with me. So I'm in there like, oh nah, this dude can really fight. Hold on, you feel me? So I done been there on the high level playing chess matches or pressure fighter. I done been there. I done done that. Now we just on a different level doing it. We in a pro level doing it.
Coach, got to ask you, what's your thoughts on those last-minute opponents?
Yeah, them are scary, man. Them are real scary because you get guys in there that get desperate. They get real desperate, and then they trying to make a name for themselves. So, I mean, some fighters got to do what they got to do. Like you said, you got to pay. You got to feed your family. You got to get that check, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You've been in there
8 months. And now you ain't getting no check because he pulled out or whatever. That's tough.
Yeah, and then also it could fall on the the team too, because you're supposed to pick the opponent as a team. It's supposed to be a team effort. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the trainer should have been like, this motherfucker coming. You know what I'm saying? We don't need nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, because the guy was 14-1. His lone defeat was a majority decision loss, but 13 of his 14 wins was by knockout.
Yeah, but it's the same thing like what Chris Colbert went through with Hector Garcia, who beat Colbert and just beat Gutierrez. It's like, you never fought nobody. All your wins is in DR. You want me to believe you a puncher? Colbert didn't believe that. He had to feel that.
But it's like this. It's that mental thing, man. It's that mental thing. Hey, this is my shot. This is my shot.
Yeah.
I need to do something. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fighters don't get those opportunities, and that fighter got the opportunity, so he took it and ran with it.
Now, Coach, how do you stop a person like Keyshawn from going into the fight with that mentality that he's better than, right? Because I'm sure Rayo looked at it like, this dude's 7 days short notice. I'm getting him out of here. I'm not going 10. I'm not going 12.
I always tell guys, man, I don't give a damn who he is. You never underestimate another guy that wants to get in there with you. You know, they'll never underestimate him.
That's a fact. And I learned that my last fight. Like, okay, he was a step up fight. He 18-1. But I'm going on YouTube, watch how he fight, all the mistakes he making. It's like when you get in there with him, you don't really see them same mistakes he making because you got dodge punches at the same time. So I'm in there like, oh shoot, okay, all right, bet yeah, I'm taking my time with him, but at the same time, I'm still gonna step on the gas because I gotta show the critics that I can on my step up fight, I can still dominate and stop you. So I really had to stay sharp on my defense and tighten up, but go back right.
I love that you're actually saying. Because I'm sure there's dozens of fighters that are thinking everything that you're saying up until the fight, during the fight, but they don't say that. I love that you have that on your mind, and it's something that you know, the perception, you want to change it. Because it is important. We know that it's important, man, you know. That's how that, like you said, Ryan keeps getting these fights because he's a good promoter. I got a couple of other ones here. Brandon had a two-parter. He says, also, what would Keyshawn Davis do to neutralize a fighter with blazing fast hand speed, a la Ryan Garcia?
I will fake the shit out you. If you got blazing fast hand speed, 9 times out of 10, you're relying on that. So if you don't know if I'm about to punch and I just keep you off using I'm going to fake the shit out you. Oh, I'm right here. Nope. Oh, right here. Nope. Boom, boom. Simple as that.
Lawrence from Chicago says, what's up, champ? What are your long-term goals in the sport of boxing? Like in 10 years, do you see yourself as a 2-division or a 3-division, maybe even a 4-division champion?
I see myself stopping at 54. I feel like I got a real physique body frame. And, I feel like I didn't even really grow into my body yet. I feel like I got a lot more filling out to do. And I see myself stopping at 54, of course, becoming world champion at each weight class I'm going to. I'm going to go at.
Nice.
For sure.
James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas. Tank versus Ryan. Does Ryan see the 12th round?
No.
Wow.
I don't think
so. You
so.
know Gamboa seen the 12th round with a busted Achilles heel.
Yeah, I know that, but styles make fights. We all see Ryan. I mean, let's be real. Gamboa was fighting on defense mode. It's hard knocking somebody out like that. Ryan Garcia comes for that action. He comes with that action with his chin in the air and a whole bunch of other mistakes. I'm not going to keep talking about him, but I just feel like Tank is great. Ryan is not great at all. He's a great promoter, but in the ring, he's not so much great. And, it's going to show in the fight.
Bomac, as a trainer, how do you feel? I don't want to put words in your mouth or tell you how to feel. How do you feel watching Ryan still do this? And now he was with Eddie. He was with his father. Now he's with Joe Goosen. Like, no one stopped him from.
Well, man, you know, man, to be honest with you, man, when you get guys like that, they'll bounce around from training to training and keep doing the same mistakes and shit. So they in their own mind.
Right.
They their own trainer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the trainer that's with them, you know.
I mean, but at the same time, though, like, let's be real. Like, in boxing, in terms of up-and-coming top fighters right now, in terms of the Tanks and Shakurs and all that, Ryan Garcia is in the best position in terms of everybody. He's in the best position.
I mean, you listed, that's kind of different.
Best position for what? To get a financial payday?
Ain't that what boxing is about? You get hit in the head.
But he going to get one and done. The way you talking anyway.
Oh, you saying if you fight a Tank?
No, you saying he's C-level, so if he fight Tank, it's done after that.
I mean, not really, because he's a, like I said, he's a great promoter. There's not no telling what other fight he can get out there with. So he can fight me, promote me and him, and let's be real.
Amir Khan?
No.
I feel like him and Tank is just the first Ryan Garcia big pay-per-view star fight. That's just the first one.
Hold on. What Bomac talking about? I want to know.
No, I'm trying to think of the fighter name. The UFC fighter, the one Floyd fought.
Oh, McGregor.
Yeah. How many times he's been knocked out? He's still getting paydays.
I was on my way here and I came across a video one time. It was after he had got knocked out, broke his ankle, and he on the ground talking about your wife in my DMs right now. I'm like, bro, you can't even stand on your 2 feet.
Yeah.
Yo, like Jake Paul literally got a chain made of Conor McGregor with that broken foot of that moment, and he's still talking shit.
Yeah, but that's the reason why we still watch Conor McGregor and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like, you cannot take his personality, character away from him, man. He's always gonna be like a likable person in combat sports.
And let me tell you something. That's something you can't buy. Like some
Facts.
fighters try that like persona that you can't buy that.
No,
Like
you can't.
you
You
know,
got to be born with it. It's like Broner. You know, love him, hate him, think he's whatever. He moves the needle.
Yep.
He moves the needle. I got Mike D that says, shout out from Virginia. Keep doing it big. Are
Norfolk.
there any other young boxers from Norfolk on the way up that we should be knowing about?
Of course, Keyshawn and Kelvin Davis. Other than that, I'm sorry to say, but shouts out Team Norfolk Boxing Gym. We just opened back up. We got kids in there, you know, dedicated, seeing us, seeing how successful we are, dedicated to become who we are. But actually, shouts out to Jameer. I forgot his last name. He worked with Mustafa, and he's a national champion. He ranked #1 right now, and he lives in Norfolk. And I spar him all the time. He's a southpaw.
What Mustafa, though? Mickens?
He's from New Jersey.
Oh.
Yeah, he's from New Jersey. And yeah, shouts out to Jameer. But Keyshawn Davis, he's about to get on he should get on the team this December, the Olympic team this December. He's in and out of the OTC Olympic Training Center camps. And Keyshawn is honestly, and Bo can tell you too, Keyshawn is gonna be the best out of me and my brothers. for real.
Hey, keep your name. Keep that name. That little motherfucker is cold, man.
What weight class?
Man, that man like what, 6'4"?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like he gonna fight 147.
Yeah. He'll come out at 47. Man.
Yeah.
That little dude is nice, man.
Man, he been sparring. He sparred Shakur 12 rounds at what, 17 years old. Yes, Shakur Stevenson. He sparred Shakur Stevenson 7. He sparred Tiger Johnson before. He sparred Freddie Rojas before. He sparred Troy Isley before.
boy Freddie.
He just a fighter that been in the
I
background.
like Freddie.
yeah.
And getting all that great
What
work
made
out
you
of
say?
it.
What made? Because it ain't like, I mean, you mentioned like big names. And
Yeah, then you
what
jump
made-
to Freddie.
What made you mention Freddie? Because we've seen Freddie spar.
And I like Freddie.
yeah, I
Talking
like
about Freddie Rojas, right?
Yeah.
from
Yeah, 'cause
Houston,
Freddie-
right?
Yeah, he from Vegas for real.
Yeah,
for
he's
real.
from Vegas, but he
Yeah.
live out there
He live
now
in
because of the
Houston now.
James Prince thing. I like that kid. Wait till the world see him. He is something.
Freddie
They
good.
don't know what he got.
See,
I'm telling you.
I'm a person that give respect when respect due. I don't care if 0 people know you. If I see talent like Freddie can fight.
He gonna shock somebody when
Freddie
they give
was
him his
number 3 in the world
opportunity.
one time.
That first opportunity he gonna shock somebody.
And that's what Kelvin Davis is gonna do. Because Kelvin all this, Kelvin all that. All right, y'all think okay? Just know all this mean shit I got in me. The DB3 is we all like that. We just got different personalities. But when it comes to that ring, we don't fucking play with you. We don't. Yeah, y'all gonna see though.
You heard him.
Yo,
I like this guy, man. Because this is not my first time interviewing you. And what's that phrase from New Jack City? You are, what is it? G Money said, motherfucker. Am I my brother's keeper, man? You do not forget to mention your brothers ever. I've noticed that. This is like our 4th interview, and you're not allowing your stardom to forget your siblings, and I love that, man. That's pretty genuine. I like that.
Appreciate you, man.
I got to ask, the amateur you was talking about, would it happen to be Jameer Cope?
I'm silly for not knowing this, but I really do not know his last name.
It's all
It's gonna
good.
be in your DMs
He's
in
a
a few.
junior. He's not youth. He's a junior. He probably fight like in the 30s, in the 40s, probably in the 30s. But he's #1 for sure in the nation.
No worries.
I got 2 more, and we wrapping up. New York Bullet, actually 3 more, 4 more. Sorry, they sliding in. New York Bullet, but stop whenever you want if you guys have to go. New York Bullet says, "What's up, champ?" I think no. You said, "What are your dream goal overall before you retire in boxing?" Blessings, champ.
I mean, I always say this. I'm gonna just keep saying it for real. I'm in God's hands. I don't know what He got planned for me. I'm taking it fight by fight, and I'm just living my life. I don't really have like, oh, I gotta do this before I end pro. Like, I'm not the person that's gonna be calling out names. I gotta fight this name. He just like no. I mean, I did with Lomachenko, but like if he retire, okay, bye. Like, I don't really have no real like whatever. I'm in God's hands. God is gonna carry me throughout this whole career, and whatever fight, or whatever I do within this career, just know it was God's plan.
Casual boxing fan, your last fight wasn't a normal outing, as fighters normally wait before a big challenge. With upsets like Raro last weekend, how does your coaches and yourself prepare for something that could be unexpected? For example, last-minute opponents and or opponent that just won't lay down. But you both kind of answer unless you want to add a little more.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to let Bomac answer. Bomac always says, what beats ready?
What beats ready? Don't help. Let me think. What beats ready? Staying ready?
Been there before.
Doing it. Haven't done it.
Been there and back.
How long you been doing this, Bomac?
40-something years. 43, 44 years. Been there before.
And
So-
I'm lucky
So
to have a coach
experience.
on this magnitude that been there before, that been there, that been back. Because I'm a fighter that coming into the game with hella experience. People expect so much out of me. So when I get a coach like this, and then like I said, 4 other coaches, Red, Saul, Chance, in my corner, come on, man.
How did you decide? Were you vetting coaches, or did you automatically know from that one time you went to the gym as an amateur?
Man, no, sir. I never in 1,000 years thought, and Bomac tell you the same thing, never thought I was going to be working with Bomac. But how we came up with the idea, it was a DB3 meeting. Man, see Keyshawn, this coach right here, like, he cool, but it's like he always just focus on you. He don't really know how to incorporate us. But this coach right here, he know how to incorporate us, but his system just not all that for real.
So how many coaches was it that you...
I wasn't bouncing around. Well, I kind of was, but I wasn't like publicly bouncing around. In the corner, it would still be the same. But behind the scenes, I'll be working with somebody different. But yeah, I probably about 4 different. But I never really like bounced around on Bomac type of a thing. It was like, nah, Bomac. Like me and my brothers, like it wasn't just me. It was me and my brothers, me, Kelvin, and Keyshawn. Like, nah, I think Bomac, because he got the system. And it's not just him. He got Saul, he got Red, he got Chance. I think we should go with Bomac. One phone call. I think Bomac said so like, look, man, y'all want to mess with us? That's fine. But we don't take no bullshit. And we don't take no lollygag. If y'all come out here, y'all fucking with us. And y'all doing what we do. Like, all right, Bomac, what's up? When we coming? I don't care. What's up? Man, like 2 days. Took us 2 days. The next thing you know, we out there. People, and he didn't even, all he did was have a conversation with the coaches. He ain't tell, and Terrence, he ain't tell nobody in the gym we was coming and stuff like that. Like my coach Chance, how I met my coach Chance was, he picking me up for the gym. So Bomac like, yo, come get my fighters to go to the gym. Chance like, all right. So I walk outside and shit. Bomac like, your Uber outside. I'm like, all right, I really think it's an Uber. I open the door and shit. The Uber driver like, oh shit, Keyshawn Davis.
So like, you really feeling special.
So I'm like, yo, what's up? I go back to my brothers like, yo, the fucking Uber driver knows me. But the whole time, it was my man's Chance, man, to shoot. Ever since that first day, it really just felt like home. Like, just off the drive there, it was like, damn, we belong here. And it still feel that way.
Where'd y'all drive? Y'all drove from what? Virginia?
Nah, we was already, this is when we got to Nebraska.
Oh, okay,
we was in
okay.
Nebraska.
Now,
I got you.
it had to been difficult, because I'm just assuming, though, I could be wrong, but you had to have been working with K being from that same area, right?
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. K was my coach. Since you brung it up, K was my coach. Like, me and K still love me to this day. Me and K still talk on the phone to this day. K done told me one of the Cubans just had his pro debut. Like, we still check in. Like, he still love me to this day.
Yeah, Andy's here.
He know. Andy here?
I mean, we seen him do an interview with Cuban Boxel, my boy Willie Suarez. Remember I showed you?
Oh yeah. That he said was he here? He got out of Cuba.
Hey, if he got out of Cuba, that's one step closer.
Yeah.
We're going to have to double check. We definitely watched it. That's sad we don't remember if he got out.
Nah, you watched it. I was I was probably just there and not.
I
and
definitely
not,
went like this.
and
Yo,
not
look
paying
at Andy.
attention. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I probably wasn't paying attention for real.
All right, I got some more. It's just two more. Big Casual says, what up, champ?
What's up, man?
With you being from Virginia, do you think you will make an impact on boxing like AI made a huge impact on basketball? And how Mike Vick changed the NFL? Two legends from Virginia.
Thank you. That's a hell of a question. And to answer that, man, hell yeah. Ever since I got that, honestly, ever since I made the team in 2018, it been the hell of people trying to sign up for boxing. Yo, what gym you go to? Yo, this, yo, that. Like, boxing in Norfolk we didn't have boxing. We was just boxing. Like, we was just boxing. But once my peers seen what I did with boxing, they try to put their sons in that joint now. People older than me, like, yo, what about my son? This, that, and third. So yes, boxing in Norfolk is definitely in motion. We just getting started. So our level is just getting there. Like I said, Jameer is our only national champion that we have right now. But definitely, I'm gonna make a huge impact. Top Rank want me to go back to my city for my main event next year. That's gonna be a hell of an impact for Norfolk alone.
To Virginia or to the MGM Harbor?
To Norfolk.
Bob told you that, right?
Bob, I was sitting in the press conference after the fight of my last fight, Oscar Valdez Shakur. He said that in the press conference.
Now, you spoke about a gym that reopened, and you made it sound as if that's your gym. I just wanted to get confirmation. Is that your gym?
Yes, sir. I don't really want to say the location, but Team Norfolk Boxing Gym is definitely my gym. It's the gym I grew up in. It's the same coach that started me out in boxing. He's in that gym right now. Shouts out to Lewis Carter. Shouts out to Tyler, Coach Tyler. Shouts out to Spivey, man. Those are the three coaches that's in there working that gym.
Best dad ever with the last one. He says, how good is Tank? What do you see that he does that makes him so great? From Baltimore to VA, we rocking together.
Hi, DMV. Even though that's not whatever. Look at his story, first of all. Let's look at the bigger picture. Let's break it down. His story, like, coming from where he come from, I'm not going to, if you know, you know. Coming from where he come from, not just Baltimore, but his tragic story that he had to overcome to be who he is now and at this high level. And he's Tank. He's famous. Like, he's famous outside of boxing. That's great alone. And he's not doing it because he's a great promoter. He's doing it because he really can fight. It really speaks for itself. When something speaks for itself like that, it got to be great.
Being as though that you sparred him and you said when you get in there, you can feel a person's energy. We've had plenty of trainers tell us that Tank is a great boxer. Not just this puncher that we see. He just hasn't, quote unquote, had to show it. I feel like you've seen some of that in the Isaac Cruz fight, especially with the one hand. He had to show his pivots and his boxing ability. But yeah, do you think he is a high-level boxer? Boxer, not puncher.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. It wasn't easy for me to just go in there and punch on Tank. Like, for real. Like, I really had to set things up. And then when I did get careless, this when I was, 20 years old at the time, 23 now. So when I did get a little careless, a little desperate, or just moving a little bit too fast, he caught me. Okay, I ain't doing that shit no more. But at the same time, I'm getting that shit back. And I got it back. You feel what I'm saying? But Tank boxing IQ. Tank has IQ. Like, yes, he's a great boxer for sure.
We've obviously interviewed people that say his power is different. Now that you say he caught you, did you feel that, or was you more like, oh, okay, this not what everyone says?
Yeah, I was like that. I was definitely like that. But I mean, at the same time, his power speaks for itself when he go into them fights. He moved up to 140 and knocked the 140 out. And then, like y'all said, 47 couldn't even knock that person out. So 8 ounces would definitely different from 16. Yeah, like, let's be real. Like, I have real power. Like, no cap. I really have power. Like, I don't go in there and punch my hardest when I'm in there because I know I will eventually hurt you, and I'm not trying to do that to my sparring partner. So I understand it's a difference between 16s and 8s. Let's be real. If I was sparring Esteban Sanchez, just sparring my last opponent that I fought, I would never stopped him in sparring or nothing like that because I got 16 ounces. Even if I would try to hit him hard, probably wouldn't really stop him. Maybe a body shot, but who knows? But when you put them 8 ounces on,
different.
Like, you get hit one time, your face gonna turn red. You feel the real knuckles on the 8 ounces. So I know Tank has power. Like, I don't care if I felt that. Yes, I got hit with a clean shot by Tank. Yes, but I didn't feel it. But I know if I got hit with a clean shot by Ace, who knows? It's Tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being real.
No, for sure, champ.
For sure. I think those are all the questions. I don't know, Danny, if you have anything else. If not, it's time for a little intermission.
November 19th?
October. No, I think they said February 30th.
Next year?
February 30th. February only got 28 days. What they call it? February.
Neverwary.
Oh yeah, Neverwary. That's what they call it. Yeah.
And let me just throw this out there. I was born on the 28th, right before leap year, so I just had to put it out there.
I don't know. Ask Bud when he gets
special.
All right.
But
if you want,
Bud's a mean kind of guy, so he don't have a problem like beating someone in their own backyard.
What'd you say?
I said I heard Buzz pretty mean, so I mean he ain't gonna have a problem beating someone in their own backyard, right?
I mean, it all depends on where, shit.
I'm just saying, don't you think as a coach who's been doing this 43 years, should us, the fight fans, the ones that built that fight out, should we be excluded and that be for 17, 20,000 rich motherfuckers that could afford $1,500 seats? I ain't paying $1,500 seats, man.
That's why it's called pay-per-view, sir.
Bruh, but why can't I go to a stadium and watch it? Put me in the nosebleeds for $250. I'm all right. Still put them dudes down there for $1,500.
They got a stadium here, don't they?
And you get like 1,000 tickets at $200 barely. Like this, they don't.
You tripping?
Come on, Danny.
We
gonna go through this argument again?
No. They've never done a fight.
They ain't catering to us.
Bro, you tripping?
Floyd fights ain't catering to us in the MGM. You know that. 17,000 that go there, that's not us.
But that's not what he said.
Ain't your
He
neighbors.
said they have the stadium here, which they do, and that holds 70,000.
Oh, that's what he said.
That's what.
Right.
See,
okay.
You know what? Listening to take you so far in life, champ. It's incredible.
Okay. I'm just saying.
But because I was listening,
Jerry Jones might have a bigger site fee because you're right. There is a stadium here, but what he doesn't want to do is make me look good and help me as a good co-host, tag himself in and be like, nah, Bo Mac. I actually spoke to the owner of the radio stadium who told me ain't no boxing fight big enough. Damn. Tell him the fucking truth.
He did say that.
All right, then.
Granted,
because that's the truth. Like, they don't even fuck with us. He's telling us Bud Crawford.
So what if
Floyd
Floyd fight there though? That's not. He's not big enough for that.
Of course he gonna be big enough. Of course he is.
I mean, Floyd ain't never fight there.
But the stadium wasn't open.
Exactly. But I'm saying,
if Floyd turned around and say he fighting back like he did already. Let's not forget he already said 2 exhibitions, 1 real fight. Let's see what that owner say then. And then I want Floyd to be like, no, because you ain't won no other boxing fight there.
Bro, he never said he never wanted a fight. He said
you got the interview.
Yeah.
And what did he tell you?
He said that right then it wasn't no fight big enough for it.
Meanwhile, we've been waiting for Bud Crawford and Earl for 5 years.
Okay, so
ain't no fight big enough.
And during that time, neither fight ain't never said that shit was dead.
But at the same time, we still got Canelo that went crazy at the in where we was at
Dallas 73,000.
And I was there. It was that much people there.
I'm just saying the fact that the Raiders owner, whatever, is saying it ain't no fight big enough. 1, he don't know boxing, and 2, he really ain't into it because he would know there's a fight big enough, and 2, he wouldn't be struggling and not know that there's a fight big enough. I'm just saying you trying to make a case for. I'm saying Jerry at least has shown us.
Jerry
giving site fee money.
Jerry ain't got no fucking casino bringing in money, bro. The stadium time. Vegas is Vegas, and we gonna be.
I mean, Canelo, like you said, Canelo ain't need a casino in Dallas. But we gonna take this picture with Keyshawn because me and Danny do not agree on this topic.
Hey, shouts out DB3, man. Shouts out my brothers Keyshawn and Kelvin Davis.
Give out their social media.
My Kelvin Davis Instagram is Kelvin Davis _ Keyshawn is Keyshawn Savad. It's Davis backwards. Keyshawn Savad _ And my Instagram is Business Keyshawn. Also follow the DB3 page, DB3 Enterprises. Catch Kelvin before the end of the year. Keep your eyes on him. He's fighting before the end of the year. I'm fighting September 23rd. It's going to be a massacre. I'm not playing with this boy. Expect probably 4-round fight. Something like that. But it's definitely going to be a massacre.
4 rounds?
You gotta
I gotta stand. I gotta stand on business this fight. I can't fuck around. I gotta show y'all who new Keyshawn.
ESPN Top Rank September 23rd, co-main event of the evening.
Let's get it.
Bo, one last one for you from the people. It says, what amateur prospects y'all got coming out of B&B Coach Bo Mac?
Ooh, man, we got 2 of them. We got Alan Pandora. What's his name?
Pandora? Fundora or Pandora?
What's the Alan? I know his name is Alan Pandora.
Okay.
And then Carlito. I can't think of Carlito's last name.
Yep, Carlito.
Yeah.
Shouts out Carlito and Allen.
Well, let's cut to intermission, and we'll be right. Actually, we can end it since those
we
are
can
all
wrap
the
up.
super chats. We're gonna go ahead and take this picture with Keyshawn, and we'll be back tomorrow. That was a mess up. Be
Yeah,
back
you fucked
tomorrow
that
at
up.
6 a.m. Bye.
6 a.m.
Yeah, man. We Breakfast Club with Boxing Ball, man.